Inside this massive plant, ordinary raw materials are transformed into elegant ceramic tableware with remarkable precision. From batching to forming, every station in the factory works together like one giant precision machine.
Batch 42 is clear for the spray tunnel.
Acknowledged. We are maintaining optimal flow.
Before it can become fine ceramic ash, every batch of bone material is cleaned, sorted, and carefully inspected.
As the pieces move down the line, they enter the optical separation system here.
The material now moves deeper into the process, where heat and precision will change it completely.
So the wash system removes all organic residue before the milling process.
Yes, the pressure ensures complete sterilization.
Even at this early stage, strict quality checks help determine the strength and purity of the final product.
This is the moment raw material begins its transformation into the ultra-fine ash used in premium ceramic bodies.
It's impressive how precisely the system handles the raw material, ensuring the elegance of the final ceramic product.
Here, the crushed material is sorted by size, so only the right particles continue deeper into the ceramic process.
Inside this furnace, heat removes the remaining organics and turns the material into the ash that defines fine bone china.
Calcination strips away what the ceramic body does not need, leaving behind the pure mineral structure prized in luxury tableware.
After grinding, the material becomes a brilliantly fine ash, the signature ingredient that helps create the strength and translucency of the final ware.
Bearing temperature is stable at 35 degrees. Confirm. The flow rate is holding steady as well.
At this stage, precise controls help deliver the exact particle quality needed for a stable, high-performance ceramic body.
This recipe stage is where mineral science meets manufacturing discipline, turning separate ingredients into one balanced ceramic body. With quartz added, the dry recipe is complete, and the foundation of the ceramic body is finally in place.
Once water is added, the dry mineral blend begins changing into the smooth ceramic slurry that will shape the finished ware.
Filtration removes even minor impurities, helping the ceramic body stay smooth, stable, and ready for precision forming.
This pause is crucial. It allows the ceramic slip to settle in these massive tanks before we move it to the next stage.
Every sample confirms whether the slip is flowing exactly the way it needs to for the shaping stages ahead.
The filter press removes excess water and turns fluid slip into a dense ceramic body ready for shaping.
Doors are opening now.
Right, keep it moving.
Okay.
After de-airing and compression, the ceramic body emerges as a smooth, workable mass ready for precision forming.
Now the refined ceramic body enters the shaping department, where precision equipment begins turning it into real tableware.
This is where the ceramic body first becomes a plate, guided into shape by speed, pressure, and precise industrial control. After shaping, the excess material is trimmed away, so every plate keeps the exact profile the collection requires.
At this stage, the pieces already look finished in shape, but they are still delicate and only beginning their journey.
Different shapes need different forming methods, but the goal is always the same: thin walls, clean lines, and reliable consistency.
Small corrections made now help prevent major flaws later, saving both quality and material.
Drying has to be carefully controlled, because uneven moisture loss can lead to warping, cracks, or weak spots later on.
Before firing, the edges and foot rings are refined, so every piece enters the kiln clean, balanced, and ready for heat.
The first firing locks the shape in place and gives the ware the strength it needs for glazing and finishing.
Final check on the load integrity.
Looks solid.
Sequence start confirmed.
Inside the biscuit kiln, controlled heat drives out remaining moisture and begins turning soft greenware into real ceramic.
We are approaching the peak temperature in zone 3. The green curve confirms it.
Right, and the feed rate is holding steady.
Small adjustments here can have a major effect on strength, shrinkage, and the way the finished pieces behave later in glazing.
Keep the pace steady on the next section. We need to clear the platform by the hour.
After biscuit firing, the pieces are strong enough to handle with confidence, but still porous enough to accept their glaze.
In the glazing department, the matte biscuit body finally receives the smooth glass-like surface that defines finished tableware.
Even the way excess glaze drains away is carefully controlled, because thickness and coverage shape the final finish.
Once glazed, the ware already begins to look refined, but the surface still needs a second firing to become permanently smooth and brilliant.
As you can see, the larger plates require specific support pins to prevent warping.
That ensures the glaze remains untouched.
This second firing melts the glaze into a smooth glass-like surface and reveals the true elegance of the finished ware.
At peak temperature, the glaze smooths out into the brilliant surface that gives fine ceramic ware its signature finish.
As you can see through this window, the rapid cooling phase is critical for the final surface transformation we achieve.
With glaze firing complete, the ware now reveals the smooth, reflective finish that turns engineered ceramic into refined tableware. That delicate translucency is one of the clearest signs that the material recipe and firing process have worked exactly as intended.
Some collections leave the factory in pure white, while others move on for patterns, trims, and premium decorative finishing.
Decoration has to land in exactly the right place, because even a small shift can break the visual balance of the entire set.
Details like this gold rim are what turn already fine ceramic ware into something that feels truly luxurious.
Luxury finishes demand perfect control because every metallic line and painted accent has to look sharp from every angle.
A final controlled firing bonds the decoration to the glaze, so the pattern becomes part of the finished surface.
At this point, every reflection, every edge, and every decorative line has to look worthy of a premium table setting.
The color tone here matches the master reference perfectly.
Yes, the consistency across the collection is high quality.
At premium quality levels, even tiny imperfections matter, because one small flaw can change how the whole piece is perceived.
That clear ring is one of the last signs that the piece is structurally sound, properly fired, and ready for the world.
The maker's mark is the final signature of the factory, proof of origin, collection identity, and production standard.
Protection matters just as much as production, because even a perfect piece can lose value if it is packed carelessly.
48 units ready for crating.
Confirmed. At the end of the line, speed matters, but protection and accuracy still come first.
From delicate plate to export palette, every step stays controlled, so the final product arrives exactly as intended.
Did you scan that palette yet?
Yes, heading to receiving now.
What began as raw material is now a finished collection moving out towards stores, hotels, restaurants, and homes around the world.
By the time the container doors close, thousands of carefully made pieces are ready to begin their next journey.
After all the heat, chemistry, shaping, and inspection, the result is something designed not just to work, but to look beautiful on the table.
That subtle translucency is the quiet proof of everything the factory got right along the way.
From raw material to refined tableware, every department plays a part in one long chain of transformation.
Long before the final shine appears, the identity of each piece begins right here, in shape, balance, and control.
What makes this process remarkable is not just the machinery, but the way people and systems work together at every stage.
By the end of the process, what started as industrial material becomes something designed to be seen, used, and admired.
After every stage of shaping, firing, testing, and finishing, it all comes down to one simple thing: a plate made exceptionally well.
The final finish is where precision turns into elegance, and the factory's work becomes visible in every reflection.
As the day winds down, the factory keeps its rhythm, sending out finished work while preparing to begin again.
From raw material to refined tableware, this is the quiet final result of precision, patience, and industrial craftsmanship.